Before we pray, close your eyes for a moment, breathe slowly. Let every worry rest for a while and allow the peace of God to draw near your heart. This is the sacred time of meeting with Him. And while you breathe, let me ask you something sincere. When your mind refuses to quiet down and your thoughts run without direction, where do you usually look first? Some try to distract themselves. Others hold everything inside until the weight becomes unbearable. Maybe that's exactly where you are now living, working, smiling at the world, yet carrying a silent battle inside your mind. You are not alone. God sees the whirlwind no one else notices. He knows the questions you avoid, the fears you carry, and the pressure on your chest before the day even begins. But receive this truth gently and with hope. You were never meant to calm your mind alone. You were never created to carry your soul with human strength only. Every anxious thought loses power when placed in the hands of the one who holds you. So today, as we walk through this prayer together, let your heart slow down. Lower your defenses. Let the Holy Spirit touch you like a soft morning breeze. God is not distant. He is near, attentive, and ready to quiet your mind and anchor your heart in His peace. Lord, I place before you every thought that tries to pull me out of balance. I surrender what I cannot control. Every scenario my mind creates, every fear that grows when life slips from my grasp. You know everything I still don't understand and see what my eyes cannot. So I rest in the truth that you are God and I don't need to be. Quiet my heart, Father. Where there is restlessness, pour your peace. Where there is confusion, bring your light. Where there is heaviness, stretch out your hand and sustain me. I don't want to live by the voice of anxiety. I want to live by the truth of your word, which calls me to trust and remain firm. Even when everything around me feels unstable, renew my faith. Lord, teach my thoughts to follow you instead of getting lost in fear's pathways. When my emotions try to deceive me, remind me that you are faithful. When I feel like giving up, strengthen my hands. When I don't know which step to take, guide my feet in the way of peace. I surrender my anxiety to you now. Lift what weighs me down. Restore what has been broken inside me, and anchor my heart in you, the unshakable rock. Lord, when chaos tries to take up space inside me, remind me that your rest does not depend on circumstances. Your peace is not fragile. It doesn't waver when the day is hard, nor disappear when I face something unexpected. Your peace stands because it comes from who you are, not from what I see. So I breathe deeply now and choose to rest in you, not in what I feel. Teach me to trust your timing. Father, I confess that sometimes I run ahead of you, wanting quick answers, instant solutions, visible guarantees. But today, I surrender to your care. I abandon the rush that drains me and renounce the control I never had. Walking with you is safer than running alone. And as I seek you, calm the storms inside me. Let every racing thought be silenced by your voice. Let every fear be confronted by your faithfulness. Let every inner pressure be replaced with this certainty. You are with me. You guard me. You'll sustain me. And what you promise, you'll fulfill. I don't need to understand everything to trust. I just need you. And that, Lord, I have. Lord, awaken in me a faith that doesn't depend on predictability too. Remain firm. But I may not seek you only when everything is clear, but especially when the path becomes narrow and my vision is limited. Give me a living faith, one that doesn't feed on circumstances, but on your constant presence that never fails. When my mind tries to anticipate the worst, strengthen my spirit to believe in the best you can do. When my thoughts rush into worries that don't even exist yet, call my heart back to today, to this moment where you are with me, guiding every breath and every step. Let my faith not be passive, but a continuous response to your love. A faith that acts, declares, moves, and stands firm even before invisible threats that try to steal my peace. Let my posture reflect confidence, not despair. Let my words reflect hope, not fear. Let my decisions be shaped by the certainty that you are my God and you never abandon me. I choose to believe in what I cannot see because I know who walks with me. And as I move toward what you have prepared, steady my heart and guard my thoughts so that nothing pulls me away from your care. Lord, when doubt tries to take up space inside me, remind me of everything we have already lived together. How many times you held me when I thought I couldn't continue. How many doors you opened at the exact moment I needed them. How many battles you won for me while I could only cry and wait. I refuse to allow doubt to silence what your faithfulness has. already proven. Strengthen my heart when my thoughts begin to question if you will come through again. I know doubt is subtle. He appears in small questions, in imaginary scenarios, in fears disguised as logic. But today, I rise against all of it. I reject every lie that tries to weaken my faith. I choose to stand on what you say, not on what my feelings claim. Protect me from comparison and from human logic that limits what you can do. Doubt makes me look at the size of the problem. Faith makes me look at the size of my God. Let this truth reign over my thoughts and reshape my perspective every time I begin to lose myself inside myself. Guard my mind from instability, Lord, and when doubt comes knocking, let it find a heart rooted in your word, not shaky, not divided, but convinced that you are still faithful, today and always. Lord, when the day begins heavy and my soul feels too tired to hope, rekindle within me the hope that flows from your heart. Not the fragile hope that depends on what I see, but the kind that is born from your presence and blooms even when everything around me feels dry. You turn inner winters into unexpected springs. When my mind tries to convince me that nothing will change, speak louder than my thoughts. Remind me of your promises, those that don't age, don't weaken, and don't break under storms. Let hope grow in me like a flame that won't go out, even when the wind blows harder. Open my eyes to small signs of your care. Sometimes hope isn't in big miracles, but in simple details. A peace that arrives unexplainably, a strength that shows up in weakness, a soft assurance that I'm not alone. Teach me to notice these gifts you place along my path, and while I wait, steady my spirit. Let exhaustion not steal what you are preparing. Let hope be my foundation, my shelter, and my guide. Because even if the day is gray, you remain light, Lord. When my mind is full of possible paths and I don't know which one to take, guide me with your unfailing wisdom. I recognize that no matter how hard I try to understand everything, only you see the full picture. You know what I cannot see and understand what I have yet to reach. Remove the confusion that tries to take the place of faith. Let your voice silence every competing voice, the voice of hurry, anxiety, fear, and expectations. Teach me to discern your direction in the midst of the day's noise. Like a silent compass pointing to the way of peace, align my thoughts with your purpose. If I'm insisting on something that isn't from you, redirect my heart with love. If I'm stuck where I should advance, awaken my courage. If I'm rushing where I should wait, slow my steps with grace. Let every decision today, big or small, reflect your presence, and as I follow your voice, may my mind find rest and my heart find safety. Where you guide me, there is life, peace, and purpose. Lord, when my heart grows troubled because things aren't happening as fast as I want, remind me that your timing is not delay. Your timing is protection, care, and perfect alignment between what I ask for and what I actually need. You know the right moment to open doors, move circumstances, and reveal paths that don't yet make sense to me. Calm the anxiety born of my hurry. I confess that I often try to step into seasons that haven't arrived yet, and that drains me. Teach me to trust that every silence of yours has purpose. Every waiting has reason, and nothing you do is random. Shift my perspective while I wait. Help me see waiting not as abandonment, but as preparation. While I pray for answers, you are working in details I cannot see. While I wait for what I want, you shape who I must become. Guard my thoughts from impatience. Let your faithfulness be bigger than any worry. If you are in control, I can rest. If you are ahead, I can breathe. If you are with me, nothing is late. Everything is being perfectly guided. Lord, open my eyes to understand that sometimes the miracle begins inside me before it happens around me. I often wait for external change, but you begin by working in my heart, calming my mind, strengthening my faith, preparing my soul for what's on the way. Help me value this inner work that is as powerful as the visible miracle. When I see no movement, remind me that the invisible is still active. When everything looks the same, help me trust that you are not still. When my mind wants to conclude that nothing is changing, give me discernment to see that the miracle may be growing silently. Transform my thoughts so I can cooperate with what you are doing now. If you are healing, tenderize my heart. If you are teaching, open my understanding. If you are shaping me, give me humility to be molded. And while the miracle matures, protect my heart from frustration and fill my mind with hope. Your move doesn't depend on what I see, but on what you have promised. Even if the scenario hasn't changed yet, something inside me already has, and that is the beginning of everything. Lord, teach me to find reasons to be grateful even when my thoughts try to pull me away from peace. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, but reveals that even in it, you remain present. It shifts the way I see my life because it moves my focus from pressure to the faithful care you always show. Today I thank you not only for what I see, but for what you are doing behind the scenes of my story. Thank you for the strength I received in difficult days. Thank you for holding me when I didn't know how to continue. Thank you because even when my mind felt restless, you stayed near, patient and constant. Open space inside me for a simpler, lighter, more aware heart. Let me not become so familiar with your care that I forget it. Help me notice your goodness in small things, in the breath I take, in the peace that arrives suddenly, in the rest you grant in the midst of chaos. Transform my mind through gratitude. Let it push away the darkness of worry, disarm my fears, soften my thoughts, and remind me that if you carried me this far, you will continue carrying me. Gratitude is a sign of trust, and I choose to trust. Lord, strengthen my inner being so I am not defeated by the battles that take place inside my mind. So often the real fight isn't outside but within. Thoughts that discourage, memories that hold me back, emotions that attempt to define my worth. So I ask you to bring victory to the place where everything begins. My thoughts free me from narratives I created when I was exhausted, afraid, or insecure. Remove from me every phrase that did not come from your heart. Break the inner cycles that feed anxiety, guilt, or despair. Let no toxic thought find residence within me. Let no fear take root. Let no lie find agreement in my spirit. Establish a renewed mind within me, a mind that chooses truth, a mind that remembers what you said, not what the situation shouts, a mind that perceives purpose where before there was only confusion, a mind that learns to rest even without seeing the final outcome. I declare that through your presence, my mind can be strengthened, my faith can be made firm, and my peace can be restored. And let this inner victory become the foundation on which I walk every day with courage, confidence, and serenity, because what you transform within me, no one can undo. Lord, touch the areas of my heart that have not yet been fully surrendered to you. Sometimes I believe I've already yielded everything, but when anxiety presses in, I realize there are still hidden corners needing your light. Enter these places where my soul still breathes fear, doubt, or transform what is hardened, heal what is wounded, and bring order where confusion remains. Change the way I interpret what I live. Where I once saw difficulty, let me see opportunity. Where I saw failure, reveal purpose. Where I only perceived threat, show me direction. When you transform my heart, everything around me gains new meaning because I start seeing not with anxious eyes but with eyes of faith. I don't want to simply quiet my thoughts. I want my soul to be completely aligned with yours. Let my emotions learn to rest in you. Let my desires be purified by your love. Let my motives be renewed by your presence. Let my steps be born out of conviction rather than impulse. And while you transform me from within, prepare me to live differently. Make me sensitive to your movement, courageous to follow your will, and humble to release what no longer matters. Who you are making me to be. I surrender to the process, knowing that every change you make leads me to maturity, peace, and stability. Lord, give me courage to keep going, even when my mind is still learning to rest. Sometimes I wait to feel completely ready before moving forward, but you teach me that courage doesn't come from the absence of inner storms. Courage comes from knowing you walk with me as I go. I don't need to be perfect to obey. I just need to be willing. When my mind wants to retreat, push my heart forward. When fear tries to paralyze me, remind me of the strength you pour into those who trust in you. When insecurity whispers that I am not capable, let the truth rise within me that I can do all things through you, because you sustain me, equip me, and lift me. Teach me to walk step by step, not rushed, not desperate, but also not stagnant. Let every movement be guided by your presence. Let every choice reflect your wisdom. Let every action come from a heart learning to trust even while navigating contradictory thoughts. I choose to advance, not because I have everything under control, but because you do. I choose to move forward because your light shines on my path, even when I cannot see far. I choose to continue because your hand directs me, and it is impossible to get lost when you are the one guiding. Lord, give me strength to remain on the right path even when my mind is tested. I know there will be days when thoughts try to return to old places, where fear was stronger than faith and insecurity dictated my choices. Strengthen the inner structure you have begun building in me. When difficult thoughts arise, let them find a determined heart. When old worries resurface, let them meet the conviction that you are my protector. When anxiety attempts to reclaim territory I already surrendered, remind me that my mind now belongs to your peace, not to chaos. Sustain me with your presence when I feel shaken inside. Keep me steady when everything around me feels unstable. Teach me to remain standing even when my emotions want to bend under pressure. Let my stability come not from myself, but from your strength, perfected in my weakness. I choose to remain. Lord, I remain in your word. I remain in your peace. I remain in your love. I remain on the path you opened. And even when the wind tries to unsteady me, let my roots deep in you hold me firm. Lord, now I place before you everything that still tries to occupy space in my mind. I surrender every loose thought, every lingering worry, every silent doubt, and every expectation I carry. Inside, you alone can anchor my soul in true peace. Peace that doesn't break when circumstances change, and peace that remains firm even on hard days. Seal within me the work you have begun. Don't allow me to return to old patterns of thinking. Don't let me step away from the peace you poured over me. Teach me to live with a quiet mind, a steady heart, and eyes completely turned to you. Let your presence be my daily refuge, my answer to fear, my shelter from discouragement, and a compass that guides every decision. Lead me into paths of rest and purpose. Let my heart remain stable, my faith remain alive, and my thoughts be continually purified by your truth. If my mind tries to run back to worry, pull me back. If my emotions try to confuse me, calm them with your voice. If my spirit feels weak, strengthen it with your grace. I declare that my mind belongs to you, my heart belongs to you, my steps belong to you, and my peace comes from you alone. May every part of my life be anchored in the solid rock that you are, and may I walk each day guided by your love and sustained by your faithfulness. If this prayer touched your heart and brought peace to your mind, type Amen. Don't keep this moment only for yourself. Share with someone who also needs God's peace today, and subscribe to the channel to receive the next prayers. You can be an answer to someone's prayer today. Also, leave your prayer request below. It will be an honor to pray for you. And if you have never made this prayer, you can say it now. Lord, may I live my next days saved by grace. When people look at me, let them see a reflection of your love. Today I pray, Jesus, I receive you in my heart. I choose you and I give my life to you. Write my name in your book of life. I am yours forever.